What is good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Chad bringing y'all another video, man. First off, I just want to say all glory to God. Thank you guys. Um, Everyone that subscribed, everyone that's liked, everyone that's commented. YouTube, now today I did post to my community tab because they finally let me get a community tab. So now I can talk to you guys with just pictures or text or put out links, support different things besides just uploading YouTube videos. So thank you guys if you all have stuck around to watch any of my videos, you feel me? But this video today, I'm going to be talking about Australia. So I work for Apple and I do like technical support. So people call in from all over and I help them out. Basically, that's all I do. So I've been having recent calls where people from Australia, I've been getting calls from Australia. Now, normally I never get calls from Australia, but as of recently, I've been getting a lot of Australians call. And so I'm helping them with the issue. I solved the issue for them. And at the end of the call, they always go, "Oh, like you have an accent. Where are you from?" And I tell them, like, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And they're like, "Oh, cool." So, and then they immediately follow up with "Well, how's COVID down there?" And I tell them, like, there's no mandates here in Georgia. People still wear masks because they choose to. I don't wear a mask. I just go in the stores, go out. There's no, you have to wear a mask. It's all optional. So it's kind of like we're normal, but you can tell by how people are operating within society here in Georgia that they're still underneath COVID's rules, while some, are just living life like as though they always were. You feel me? And so then I, start talking to them. And after they ask me where I'm from, it always gets down to the COVID. And then I always go, man, because I've done videos on Australia before. So I always say, like, I've been seeing where Australia is becoming like a police state. Your government's getting kind of tyrannical, authoritarian. And all the Australians always say, yeah, it's crazy out here. You know, we're thinking like, it's almost supposed to be up. They keep saying we're in more lockdowns than before. They say COVID's still going up. And then we get into the whole, I heard y'all have like, the passports, you can't leave your house. You have to download an app, because I was on the phone with the lady one day and I was, just going through the normal troubleshooting, and she was having to go to this site, and it was a Australian COVID app site. So they're really, I thought that was just like, conspiracy. But I've actually seen firsthand they're having them download COVID apps to their phone. So that way, when like the government checks on them, they can respond through the app or say that they've been vaccinated and all this sort of stuff. And, some of them are like, yeah, like, I got vaccinated and I thought that, things would go back to normal, but they haven't. And some are like, we just got vaccinated because we didn't want to at first, but they're like basically forcing us to. And they're basically just like, our government's kind of doing a lot, like they're oppressing the people. But they do mention, there are protests. They may not agree with what's going on, but they still, don't really have a choice but to comply, because what else are they gonna do? And I told them, like, I definitely understand. The most you can do is just try to, I guess, resist as long as possible. But it also just made me think of how like comfortable we are here in America. Like, we see places like New York and we see places like California with these mandates and this kind of authoritarian sort of rule, power hungry, power move type driven moves that they're making. And we're like, oh, that's just New York. Oh, that's just California. I definitely speak about it like, yo, we need to beware, take a look, like it's on the horizon, like it's coming to a state near you soon, like coming soon to a state near you. Like, it's definitely on the way. And a lot of people, are just like, oh, it's whatever, like it's not gonna happen to us, yada yada. And let's say, COVID doesn't get to that point in every state where we're like Australia. But the thing is, we have to be aware of what's going on around the world, because if they're hitting everywhere around the world, then we know America is the last stop for it to come through, and for it to be just like Australia, just like these other countries, you feel me? And so like I said, like I just feel like we just really need to be aware and look at what's going on, because pretty soon it's gonna be like that here, and we're taking the already beginning steps. Like Australia and them, if this is their right, their rights and their freedoms, they've been trampled over that. They're done. Here's America, New York, California, a couple other states still trying to do their little thing. You have those few states that are pushing back, resisting. It's basically like a battle, but pretty soon it's just going to be a complete takeover of the US. It may not be because of COVID, but it's going to be because of something else. But the path and the way that it is going to end up just like Australia. Like when I see these other countries going through this sort of thing, it's not one of those like, oh, it's just happening to them. Like it'll never happen to us. It's not anything like that. It's like this is what is coming next for us. It may not be as severe, but this is the beginning stages of what's to come. America, we are, like I said, we're so comfortable that we have the time to sit and see what's happening in other places. And it's really like one of those, we need to prepare for what's to come, because we already have the visual and the data in front of us to see what's coming. But the thing about it is, like I said, we're just so comfortable here that we rather fight internal battles about race, gender, get mad about Dave Chappelle's Netflix specials, all of that, instead of, focusing on stuff that's really going to affect our lives. Whether Dave Chappelle said what he said in the special or not, isn't going to affect us being taken over by our own government and being put down in a mandated authoritarian style of type of like rulership, you feel me? So I just wanted to bring forth this video basically just to let you guys know, like, I've been talking to people in Australia, literally, that's their location, and they're going through it. And they're really like, some of them are like, we don't know what to do. Some of them are like, we're trying to comply, but we don't agree. Some of them aren't complying. Some of them are like, well, they said it'll be over when we do this and we do that. And a lot of them are just like, I don't feel it'll ever be over. They just keep taking more and more. And you can kind of hear in their voice like they're nervous, scared. They don't know what's going on. And when I talk with them, I help reassure them and give them, my perspective on it. Even though I may not supposed to be doing that. But I also feel like it has to be done, you feel me? Like, I don't feel like these Australia calls are for no reason. Like, I feel like it was for me to know, for me to get that information from them. So I give them my 2 cents, tell them, God's got you. Do what you can do. I'll be praying for the people in Australia. And at the end of the calls, they're like, I'm so happy I got to talk about this with someone, because it's crazy over here and not a lot of the world knows what's going on. If they do, you're informed. If you don't, then you're not informed. But they're just like, I'm just glad to talk with someone who kind of agrees with how we see things and how crazy it's getting over here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely paying attention to what's going on around me. You feel me? I got to be up to date on this. I've given y'all this information about Australia months ago, probably like 2 months ago now, 3 months ago now. And ever since then, I've just been seeing Australia get worse and worse. Like, it went from police state to like, it might as well be communism. You feel me? But anyways, man, leave your comments down below. Thank you guys for watching once again. I really, 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 really appreciate it. All glory to that boy God for bringing y'all to my channel, man. And as always, it's been your boy Chad, and I'm out.